The NASCAR All Star Race is heading to Dover Motor Speedway for the first time in history. The exhibition that has called North Wilkesboro home from 2023 to 2025 is now moving to the Monster Mile, a 1-mile concrete oval with steep banking and a reputation for punishing tire wear and handling balance. The format has been completely rewritten. The race distance has been extended to 350 laps, split into 3 segments. The All-Star Open has been eliminated entirely. Qualifying and the Pit Crew Challenge have been combined into a single Saturday session that carries enormous weight. The final 200-lap segment will trim the field down to just 26 drivers. And the tyre rules have been completely restructured, with drivers given 8 sets across the weekend and strict requirements about when they must run stickers versus scuffs. Sunday, May 17th at 1:05 Eastern, the new All-Star Race era begins. Let us go through exactly what has changed, why the format has been overhauled, and what every team needs to know heading into the weekend. Start with the venue change. The All-Star Race had spent the past 3 seasons at North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina, a beloved short track that hosted Cup Series races for decades before its closure. The return to North Wilkesboro from 2023 was widely praised, but NASCAR and Speedway Motorsports decided to move the event to Dover for 2026. The reasons are commercial and strategic. Dover Motor Speedway has been losing one of its 2 Cup Series race dates in recent years, with the venue's Cup calendar slot becoming a single race per season. Moving the All-Star Race to Dover gives the Monster Mile a second high-profile event each year. It also gives the All-Star format a completely different track type. North Wilkesboro is a short track. Dover is a 1-mile concrete, high-banked oval that demands very different driving and setup priorities. The format itself is genuinely radical. The 350-lap race is divided into 3 segments. Segment 1 is 75 laps. Segment 2 is also 75 laps. The final segment is 200 laps. The starting grid for Segment 1 is set by Saturday qualifying. The starting grid for Segment 2 is inverted, with the top 26 finishers from Segment 1 starting in reverse order, while everyone else lines up by Segment 1 finish. The final 200-lap segment is restricted to 26 drivers, not the full field. There will be a competition caution around lap 75 of the final segment, breaking the long stint into a more manageable structure. The eligibility for the final segment is where the format becomes genuinely interesting. 19 drivers are automatically locked into the final 200 laps. They include all 17 Cup Series race winners from 2025 and 2026 combined, the full-time former Cup Series champions, and the fan vote winner. The list is significant. Christopher Bell, Josh Berry, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Carson Hocevar, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Bubba Wallace. Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch are also automatically included as former Cup champions running full-time. The remaining 7 spots in the final segment are filled by the drivers, with the lowest combined finishing positions across segments 1 and 2, with a fan vote winner getting one of those spots. That competitive structure means drivers fighting for the final segment spots have to genuinely race through the first 2 segments. The Saturday qualifying session has become its own production. On Saturday, May 16th, drivers will take the green flag and run 1 lap at speed around the 1-mile oval. On the second lap, the Mechanics Wear Pit Crew Challenge begins. Each pit crew must complete a 4-tire stop with no fuel, then send the driver back to the start-finish line. The fastest combined effort of 1 lap plus a pit stop with no flags wins the Pit Crew Challenge and earns first pit selection rights for the race. That means the team that wins the Pit Crew Challenge gets to choose their pit stall first, with all the strategic advantages that flows from that. The pit crew winners also earn $100,000 as a separate prize. Now the tyre rules, which are particularly important for Dover specifically. Drivers will have 8 sets of tyres available for the entire All Star Race weekend. 6 of those sets will be sticker tyres, brand new with no race miles on them. The remaining 2 sets will be scuffs from the Saturday qualifying session. The teams must start each segment of the race on sticker tyres. That is a critical detail. Teams cannot save their stickers for the final segment. They have to use sticker tyres at the start of segment 1, segment 2, and the final 200-lap segment. The 2 scuff sets can be used during the race when caution flags allow strategic pit stops. The final 200-lap segment will have 4 sticker sets available, and teams must start on stickers. The combination of sticker requirements and Dover's high tyre wear creates genuine strategic complexity. Teams cannot afford to burn through their stickers too early without leaving themselves vulnerable later. The 8 tyre allocation is also a significant restriction. In a regular Cup Series race weekend at Dover, teams have access to far more sets than this. The All-Star Race format deliberately limits tyre availability to force tactical decisions. When can a team afford to make extra pit stops? When can they not? The constraint creates the kind of strategic chess that the format is designed to highlight. The competitive context tells a fascinating story. Tyler Reddick currently leads the Cup Series standings with a 129-point lead over Denny Hamlin after finishing 5th at Watkins Glen. Reddick has been the most consistent driver of 2026 and would be expected to be among the favourites for the All-Star race. But the All-Star format is fundamentally different from a points race. The pure speed required for qualifying is different. The tactical decisions across segments are different. Whether Reddick can translate his championship form into all-star success is genuinely uncertain. Kyle Larson is one of the strongest contenders at Dover historically. He took back-to-back wins at the Monster Mile in 2024 and 2025, although Chase Briscoe interrupted that streak by winning the most recent Cup race at Dover in April. Larson's combination of pure speed, racecraft, and experience at this circuit makes him one of the genuine threats for the $1 million prize. Ryan Blaney is another favourite. The 2023 Cup Series champion has won the All-Star race 3 times in his career. The most of any active driver, he has the experience and the track record to perform under the specific pressure of All-Star events. Multiple drivers, including Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Brad Keselowski, also have All-Star race wins on their resumes. Shane Van Gisbergen, the road course specialist, is the most interesting wildcard. His back-to-back Watkins Glen victory earlier in May confirmed his road course dominance, but the All-Star race is on an oval. SVG has been steadily improving on ovals, but he has not yet shown the same level of dominance there as on road circuits. The All-Star race format, with its 3-segment structure and tyre management priorities, could either expose his oval weaknesses or give him an opportunity to learn from the high-pressure environment. For Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has been one of the public commentators on the new format, the changes have been controversial. According to recent reports, Jr. has been advocating for further changes to the All-Star race format. He has suggested the structure remains too predictable and could benefit from more radical interventions. The criticism reflects a broader debate within the NASCAR community about how to make exhibition races genuinely entertaining for fans. The North Wilkesboro era was widely praised, but the move to Dover has been met with mixed reactions. The 2026 All-Star Race is the first major test of the new format. If the inversion between segments works, if the tyre management creates strategic complexity, if the final 200 laps deliver competitive racing, the format will be considered a success. If the racing is too predictable, if the tyre rules create unintended consequences, or if the segments do not generate the kind of action NASCAR wants, the format could face significant criticism. The new structure represents NASCAR's most aggressive attempt in years to reinvigorate the All-Star race. For the broader NASCAR audience, the All-Star race weekend at Dover represents an important commercial moment. The Monster Mile gets a high-profile race. NASCAR gets to test new format ideas. The drivers get $1 million prize to compete for. The fans get to see the best Cup Series drivers compete in a race outside the points championship structure. Whether the new format succeeds or fails will significantly influence how NASCAR thinks about exhibition events for the next several years. What do you think? Will the new All Star Race format at Dover deliver the competitive racing NASCAR has been promising, or will the changes feel overly artificial? Are the tyre rules with 8 sets across the weekend going to create genuine strategic complexity? Or will teams find ways to manipulate the system that NASCAR has not anticipated? And does the move from North Wilkesboro to Dover represent a step forward for the All Star Race? Or does NASCAR lose something by abandoning the short track environment that has defined the recent era of the event? Drop your predictions in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more NASCAR news. I'll catch you in the next one.